when financial literacy is used for evil. Financial literacy is a good thing, right? After all, when people know the right things about money, they make better financial decisions, which leads to a better life. But did you know that the best scams are often hidden in the guise of financial literacy? And it's unfortunate that there are smart and evil people out there who would use financial literacy to scam people. That's why in this episode, we're going to show you how financial literacy can be used for evil and what ordinary investors can do to protect themselves from it. We begin this episode from a news article published in 2014 entitled, "Why Some Financial Literacy Seminars May Be Scams." It was featured in ABS-CBN, and basically the scam works in this way. Filipinos are invited to join free financial literacy seminars. During the seminar, they are taught how to make their cash flow and balance sheets. Basically, these are documents that measure the financial position of an individual or a company. For instance, the cash flow statement is like a budget. It tells you your income and how much you are spending. Then, the balance sheet, this is a person's SAL-N or statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth. Basically, a document containing how much money and savings you have, how much you own, and how much you also owe, or yung mga utang. Now, whenever a person is trying to improve their financial status, knowing your cash flow and balance sheet is very helpful because that's how you measure financial progress. So, all is good with the financial literacy seminar until the theme of the seminar, from a pure learning standpoint, shifts into an investment solicitation event. Now that the seminar participants have made their cash flow and their balance sheets, meaning alam na ng mga facilitators how much money these people are earning and how much money they have saved, they will now start to sell them on real estate properties, saying things like, "Sayang naman yung pera sa bangko, natutulog lang, kinakain ng inflation. You can use your money to grow passive income so that you can have an exit plan when you return home in the Philippines." And even if you don't have money as shown in your financial statements, they'll say things like, "The rich know how to use debt to get rich. It's called good debt. You borrow money for the down payment and then you can rent out the property and use the income to pay the amortization." Then, to even give their claims more credibility, they may cite international best-selling authors and real estate investment trainers like Robert Kiyosaki, who teaches people how to invest in real estate using borrowed money. But they leave out the fact that Robert Kiyosaki actually took several weeks to view 100 different properties before buying his first one. And because everything so far in the seminar has been making sense, everything is logical, there are people who sign contracts on the spot, buying properties that they have never seen. Then, when a person signs the contract, facilitators celebrate as if the individual has just changed their entire life, and the energy in the room is so exciting, inspiring more people, power to buy more properties with the hopes of making more money. And after the event, the unknowing but happy investors now have properties that they have no idea what to do with, and they have tons of debt and monthly payments to make. Months later, they have a hard time finding tenants, or the rental income from the properties isn't enough to cover the month's amortization. And so instead of having an investment, they have a property that is actually a financial burden. Meanwhile, the financial literacy facilitators are happy with their commissions on the property sold. And so, that's how financial literacy can be used for evil. Let's go to how do you avoid this? Whenever you're learning about how to become rich, do a check for the 3 C's of great financial education. C number 1 is correct. Make sure that what you're learning is actually correct. Whenever you hear advice that you should invest in this or that, take the extra time to ask, is that even true? Is that really true? Or sometimes it can be a little tricky because the advice might be applicable to the US market or in some markets, but not in the Philippine market. The market itself may be different, the laws and regulations and taxes might be different. So, take the time to validate. is the information and advice even correct? Number 2, the second C is clean. As you have just learned in this lesson, financial literacy can be used for evil. It can be used to get you to buy something that's not in your best interest. So, before you get financial advice from someone, ask, is there a conflict of interest? Or simply, does this person have your best interest at heart? Or are they simply looking to sell you something? In other words, is their advice clean? Finally, the last C is comprehensive. There are many proven ways to become wealthy. It can be done by being in business or by being an employee. It can be done through real estate, investing, freelancing, online business, and even the more controversial methods like through lending, microfinance, MLM, and networking. There are so many ways to become wealthy. So when you hear someone say, the only way to become wealthy is through X, Y, and Z, that's a lie. It's a statement of their limited experience that they have only found X, Y, and Z, and they have no experience dealing with A, B, and C, or the other paths to become wealthy. And given that there's so many options, it's each person's job, it's your job to find the best path that is suited for you by thinking about your own unique strengths, your unique interests, so that you can pick a path that is most suited for you towards financial success. That's why a question to always ask is, what are your options? If it feels like the business or investment you're being sold on is your only option, then it means you haven't looked hard enough. And you should keep looking so you can be really sure that you're making the best decision for yourself. And that's the 3 C's of great financial education. And whenever you're learning about money, whether it's through free live seminars or random videos and articles online, remember to check for the 3 C's of great financial education. Is it correct? Take the time to validate. Is it clean? Be careful when there is conflict of interest. And last, is it comprehensive? Meaning, evaluate your decision against other options. Be mindful of these 3 C's so you won't be taken advantage of by people who use financial literacy for evil. Hey there! J3 here, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered how ordinary Filipinos like you and me can achieve long-lasting wealth? Like, honestly, hindi yung pinanganak na mayaman na o hindi kailangan manalo sa loto. Well, I've thought about that question for a long time. In fact, I've been studying it for more than 10 years already. And I'm excited to share with you what I have discovered. So, there are actually just 5 rules that you need to know in order to achieve wealth. Follow these 5 rules and you will gain wealth. But if you ignore these rules, you'll end up with financial struggle and poverty. Now, I want to share with you this training, and I put it in an online seminar called The 5 Rules of Wealth. And I truly believe that this training is what every Filipino should have been taught in school. Hindi naman tayo tinuruan tungkol sa pera sa school, di ba? Now, this is the reason why I've made this training for free. Just go to pinoymoneyacademy.com/5RW, sign up, and start learning. Hope to see you there.